Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this, the 52nd episode, the 1 year anniversary of the Classic Wrestling series. ECW December to Dismember 2006 is a better pay-per-view than this show I just watched. WCW in 1999 to 2000 have better pay-per-views than this piece of shit. Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff put on 10 better episodes of TNA Impact than 1 hour than this piece of shit wrestling show. Oh my god. This is the worst show I have ever seen. This is quite possibly the worst pay-per-view ever. I dare anybody to tell me different because of this piece of shit. And if you tell me something, I will watch it. Because my god, this show is god awful. But what show am I talking about? Well, I'm of course talking about October 10th, 1999. We are in St. Louis, Missouri at Casino Magic. 2,300 fans witnessed. I can't believe they managed to get 2,300 fans to watch this pay-per-view. Heroes of wrestling. Holy fuck, do I need a hero right now. Let's just get into the controversy before this all happened. So originally Gordon Solie was supposed to be the play-by-play announcer for the show. Unfortunately, he would fall ill to throat cancer, which unfortunately he would succumb to in 9 months later. So Gordon, rest in peace, good sir. I'm so happy you weren't on this show. And I mean that so nice. I know throat cancer fucking sucks. But yeah, just wow. Gordon Solie, I salute you, sir. You're a credit to the wrestling industry. But yeah, let's just, you know what? I'm not even done. I watched the show and I can't remember anything of the show. So I'm using Wikipedia for this show. Hell, Brian Alvarez says this show is the worst show he's ever seen. Oh boy, was I in for a great time. So, let's do this, and we'll get to the main reason why people remember this show later. The Samoan SWAT team, Samu and the Samoan Savage, defeated Marty Jannetty and Tommy Rogers in a god-awful opener. My god, out of 52 episodes, this show's opener was bad. This had Marty Jannetty, Samu, and it fucking sucked. Tommy Rogers and the Samoan Savage were bad. They were just awful. God awful. Even Marty Jannetty was off. Wow, that was bad. We'll get to the badness later. Greg Valentine defeated George the Animal Steele. Holy crap, this was awful. So George the Animal Steele came out with Sensational Sherry. At the beginning, they were an item. And for some reason, Sensational Sherry just turns on George. No rhyme, no reason, no explanation whatsoever. She just turns on him. And hits him with a chair. And that somehow manages to get the win for Greg Valentine. Whatever, moving on. Too Cold Scorpio defeated Julio Fantastico. Who the fuck is Julio Fantastico, I hear you cry? How is he a hero of wrestling? I have no idea. But apparently he is a hero of wrestling. Whatever. Botches. That's all I'll say. This match had botches. It was bad. It was bland. Too Cold Scorpio came out with a replica WCW Championship belt for no explanation was needed. Just what the fuck are you doing, Too Cold Scorpio? And then, holy shit, I thought this was match of the night going into it. Oh no, we'll get to that, ladies and gentlemen. The Bushwhackers defeated the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. What a god-awful piece of shit. This is awful. Brian Alvarez gave this match minus more stars than there are in the universe. This match, I can't even call this a match. The bell ran and the bell ended the match. This wasn't a match, ladies and gentlemen. This fucking sucked. This was awful. This match was awful. It was just four granddads having a fight. It blew. This was awful. And it just sucked. It just reeked of badness. And it was awful. Just awful. Tully Blanchard versus Stan Lane. Okay, I will admit now, this one was good. Until the shitting ending. Tully Blanchard and Stan Lane could still go. Tully Blanchard is still a fucking good promo. I'll give him that one. It was a breath of fresh air to have this match. I would have told everybody else to piss off and had these two wrestle for 2 fucking hours straight. I know they couldn't go for 2 hours straight, but still, I would just ask them to try and do it. Hell, Tully Blanchard versus a broom is better than half of this fucking shit on this card. But the ending just sucked. It was supposed to be a dusty finish. It didn't work as a dusty finish. It sucked. But the match was good. Before the ending, it was a breath of fresh air. This match of the fucking night. And it only went just over 7 minutes. Fuck off. Abdullah the Butcher versus One Man Gang. Holy crap, the blood. I don't know who in their right mind would have Abdullah the Butcher bleed. And One Man Gang bleed. But they bled. And I mean bled. Their faces were covered in their own blood. And at this point, Abdullah the Butcher had hepatitis C. Yeah. You know, let's just scrub that one under the rug, shall we? Oh my god, this match. Again, this wasn't a match. This was like somebody just took a knife and just stabbed somebody with all the blood in it. Oh my, it made me queasy. Like, I actually had to stop watching for about 2 hours because I was just sick. I was physically sick. This match was just, I don't want to think about it anymore. It was awful. Jimmy Snuka versus Bob Orton. There was a chant about Bob Orton. Yeah, this sucked. This was probably the second best match of the night. That's fucking saying something, ladies and gentlemen. And then, the reason why everybody remembers this show, the original semi-main event was supposed to be Jim Duggan versus Yokozuna. Yes, that was supposed to be the semi-main. And the main event was supposed to be King Kong Bundy versus Jake the Snake Roberts. Guess what? Jake was levered. And by levered, I mean he was wankered. He was pilled up. He was drunk. He was at his worst, ladies and gentlemen. I am so happy he found DDP and DDP Yoga to help him get his mind straight, but Jesus Christ, who the fuck let him out? I'm just going to read you the promo he cut, because it's here and I'm going to read it to you. See if you can notice any, what the fuck he's talking about. You don't want to play cards with me because I cheat. Okay, I cheat. You want to play 21? I've got 22. You want to play blackjack? I've got 2 of those too. You want to play aces and eights, baby? I've got too many of those too. What the fuck? Jake, you're drunk. Fuck off. But no, he staggers to the ring with his snake. He then he does something to the snake. Can't talk about it on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. And this match then gets turned into a tag team match with Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and who was involved in his own controversy in 1999. And King Kong Bundy defeated Jake Roberts and Yokozuna in a piss off match. This is why I was so pissed off, because I had to pause the match. This match went 16 minutes and 32 seconds. I had to pause this match at 8 minutes and 17. I had to pause this match basically halfway through the show because I just got so annoyed. Like, the first half of this match sucked, and I just walked away and just left it for 2 days. I came back, I finished watching the show, and now I'm literally just talking to you guys about it now. This show is awful. I'm going to talk about the reception now, guys, because this show is just awful. So, originally, the footwit who put this all together by the name of Bill Stone wanted this to be a series of events. This basically wanted to be like, it was basically going to be a Legends show in bar WWF, but you don't have Hogan, you don't have Savage, you don't have Warrior, you don't have Honky Tonk Man, you don't have the legends of the wrestling, because they're in big companies like WCW and WWF at the time. So you put on this show. Holy crap. And as well as all that, this run, if 40,000 people bought this show, they were going to make this into like a road show. So they were going to put pay-per-views on, they were going to do TV, shit like that. This only reached 29,000. 29,000 saps or fucking idiots bought this show. And I bet there was a lot of people who tried to get their money back. But you can't get your money back on pay-per-view apparently back in 1999, you stupid dickheads. Oh my god. I can't even get this show a rating, ladies and gentlemen. This is the worst pay-per-view I have ever watched. I can't even call it a pay-per-view. I can't. They cut the... Like, this show literally was cut short by, I think, half an hour or something stupid like that. Like, I think the original match was going to go... if we add in the... we add in the semi-main, which is Jim the Anvil Neidhart versus... Yokozuna, this match was gonna, that'd be another, 20-25 minutes, maybe, another 16-17 minutes, maybe. So this overall would have been about a 3-hour show, 3 hours show. It barely reaches, I think it barely, if I recall, it barely reaches 2 and a bit. This show blew. Like, this is the worst show I have ever watched. And they just cut, and pretty much Roberts was going to, Roberts was disrobing, and they just cut the feed to the pay-per-view. Like, the entire pay-per-view was cut short. This pay-per-view, again, only went 2 hours. So we add up the show. I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to add this up 1 minute. Okay, I've just got back, ladies and gentlemen. It's took me a little bit longer than usual to do maths. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But literally, I've just finished doing the maths. And with the Tully Blanchard versus Stan Lane match, I'm adding that match just for completion's sake, there was 1 hour and 47 minutes of wrestling. 48 minutes of wrestling. 1 hour and 48 minutes. There's more wrestling in EC fucking W pay-per-views than 1 hour and 48 fucking minutes. So if we add on the alleged semi-main, which is again Neidhart versus Yoko, it would have been about 2 hours worth of wrestling. That's still more. It's just under ECW December to Dismember. I think that was like 2.5 hours. I think that was about 2.5 hours worth of wrestling, if I recall. I watched. But I decided to negate Tully Blanchard and Stan Lane for one very simple reason. That match was enjoyable. Bar the ending, it was an enjoyable match. So I took off for 1 hour 48 minutes, and there was 1 hour and 41 minutes of shit wrestling. Not just wrestling, shit wrestling. This pay-per-view fucking sucked. And I'm telling you now, ladies and gentlemen, do not watch this pay-per-view. It is on YouTube. That's how I watched it. Don't Do not watch this pay-per-view. Again, it would have been, actually working it out now with all the promos and all that jazz, it would have been about 2 hours, 2 hours 20, 2 hours 30. It's not worth it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to keep your fucking sanity, go and watch ECW. Go and watch WCW. Do not watch this fucking piece of shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 52. The 1 year anniversary. Fuck it. Episode 53 is probably going to be of a good pay-per-view. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. I'm actually going to choose what I'm going to do, because fuck the system fuck the system that I've been given by the fucking powers to be. Fuck it to high hell. I am going to watch the debut episode of NXT UK. And if anybody has a fucking problem with that, fuck off. This has been Peter Samuels. This has been the Classic Wrestling Series. And I thank you for watching the 1 year anniversary and staying with me. But ladies and gentlemen, fuck this pay-per-view!